My name is Raquel Daniels, and I am the site coordinator for Larimer County, Colorado. On behalf of the entire team at Colorado State University and University of Hawaii, Manoa, we would like to welcome you to our webinar, Self-Care for Human Service Practitioners, Compassion Fatigue, and Tools to Cope with Job Stress. So before I begin today, I would like to acknowledge and thank our funder, the United States Department of Agriculture, National Institute of Food and Agriculture, Children, Youth, and Families at Risk, Sustainable Community Projects, for their support of this webinar. Further, I want to acknowledge and thank Ruth Wilson for her technical assistance with recording and posting this webinar. As stated previously, this webinar is funded by USDA, NIPA, and meets one of our 3 project objectives. The objectives of this project are to first focus on grandparent self-care. We are doing this by offering the powerful tools for caregivers, grandfamilies. If you are not familiar with powerful tools for caregivers, please go to powerfultoolsforcaregivers.org. Second, address the needs of grandchildren. Create and now implementing a 6-week course to build self-care and leadership skills among 9 to 12-year-old youth. Finally, it is well known in the literature that service providers working with grandfamilies want more education about the complexities grandfamilies experience on a daily basis. Further, grandparents often state they are leery of working closely with case managers, social workers, and sometimes school liaisons for fear of losing their grandchildren. As a result, our 3rd objective is to create webinars for service providers with the hopes of increasing the ability of providers' strength-based approaches to effectively support resilience in grandfamilies. And when we say service providers, we include case managers, social workers, mental health counselors, family liaisons, and other interested parties. The purpose of this webinar will be geared towards service providers. Today, I will be focusing on compassion fatigue, what it means for you, how to recognize it, and what you can do to help yourself. As helping professionals, we also need to experience self-care, since health care providers are susceptible to compassion fatigue, burnout, and secondary stress. So, compassion fatigue. What is it, and what does it mean for us? Compassion fatigue can be described as the emotional and physical exhaustion that helping professionals and caregivers can experience over the course of their career. Helping professionals use things like empathy, compassion, and hope for our clients on a daily basis. Hearing about suffering and trauma that clients may be experiencing can be overwhelming. Continually being exposed to traumatic content, having a heavy caseload, or having clients who come in with crisis all contribute to compassion fatigue. Therefore, it makes sense that most helpers will experience some level of compassion fatigue as it ebbs and flows. It develops because you care. We cannot do this work without being affected by it. Many helpers, such as teachers, physicians, therapists, healthcare providers, and more, will experience compassion fatigue. Now, compassion fatigue is different than burnout. Burnout results from being overworked at the job. It is through this response to providing care for others that we may see changes in ourselves. Physically, feeling exhausted or having headaches. Emotionally, feeling emotionally exhausted, leading to a reduced ability to feel sympathy and empathy. Experiencing changes in emotion may be in the form of mood swings, depressive symptoms, poor concentration, and diminished sense of enjoyment of career. And we see changes in ourselves in the workplace as a result of compassion fatigue. Perhaps feeling unskilled as a helper, maybe experiencing irritability and attrition. So how do we deal with this aspect of our work, and what tools can we carry with us to give ourselves the care we need in order to continue caring for others? First, by having a strong social support system. Second, awareness of your work-life balance. Do you often decide to do one more job task at home? Do you go in on the weekend or non-office hours to do more work? Recognizing what the scale of work and life look like to begin to take steps to maintain a balance of both. And third, recognize stressors when they arise. When they do arise, what can you do in the moment, if possible, to take care of yourself? So take time to notice the impact your job may have on you. And how can you protect yourself while performing this challenging work? It can start by taking a self-care inventory. This may mean taking notice of what you do for yourself physically, which can include eating regularly, exercise, and getting plenty of rest. Psychologically, maybe you write in a journal, practice saying no to extra responsibilities, and taking a moment to pause to notice your thoughts, judgments, and feelings. Emotionally, maybe give yourself affirmations, allow yourself to cry, and identify people who can support you. Spiritually, many people meditate or spend time in nature. Identify what is meaningful to you. And lastly, professionally, take breaks, set limits with clients and colleagues, receive regular consultation, and balance your workload. In order to be present with clients, it must start with yourself. This concludes our webinar, and we hope you join us for upcoming webinars discussing topics such as microaggressions in grand families, working with the middle generation, and coalition building 101. If you have any ideas on topics you would like to see discussed in the future, please send either me, Diana, or Gloria an email at the following address. Further, if you have questions about the material discussed in this webinar, or if you are interested in learning more about the Grand Cares project and possibly bringing it to your community, please contact us by email. Finally, in an effort to assist in future planning, please complete the following short survey. Thank you for joining us for this webinar.